The inner boy voice. What's up, y'all? I'm Timothy the Tiger, and I'm an evangelist, which means a messenger of the great news of King Jesus Christ. He personally has helped me heal physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Now it is part of my dharma, part of my purpose to make these videos to hopefully inspire all of y'all to enter into a relationship with God. So today we're going to talk about the inner boy voice and this word right here that I'm not going to say for censorship purposes, and I also don't like to curse, but there is some truth in this. So sometimes this voice will sound like, you don't have to do X, Y, Z, you don't have to do it. You may get hurt, go home. You're too tired, you should relax instead. And this is the the inner boy voice as opposed to the inner man voice. And this is something I've been going through, and I imagine other boys and men can relate to it. And essentially, society is too soft / comfortable, and there's no longer really an initiation into manhood. And I'm 32 years young, and I recognize this voice. And it's like, whoa, sometimes I'm thinking like and acting like a 32-year-old boy, and that's not good. It shouldn't be that way. And down here I have this quote as well where it says, toxic masculinity is a lack of real masculinity. And so what do I mean by all that? Well, first off, I want to say that I understand that some people have physical disabilities or mental disabilities, or for whatever reason, they can't do these tougher things that I'm about to explain in this video. And it's just like, do what you can physically do or mentally do. And so, yeah, I understand. Like, some people are just physically unable to do some of the things that I'm able to say in this video, and that does not make you less of a man. I want to make that clear, just because sometimes you're physically unable to do these things, and so that doesn't make you a boy because you have a physical disability or a mental disability or whatever. So I just want to get that out of the way. But one thing that's I've been doing lately, kind of on and off for the last year, but more consistently recently, is martial arts, specifically jiu-jitsu. And it really feels like an initiation into manhood, because most things in our society are pretty soft, pretty comfortable, and we can tell, like, if you like look through the generations, this generation is probably the most feminine men we've ever had. And I think part of that as well is the chemicals, like the atrazine that they put in the water, and the rise of feminism as well, where now we have masculine men and masculine women, but well, it seems now that we have more feminine men and more masculine women. And so this martial arts has brought up this inner boy voice where it's like, you don't need to go to practice. You don't need to go to the dojo. You might get hurt. Just stay home instead. You might get hurt. And granted, yeah, I mean, that's a solid reason to not go, because I mean, some of these martial arts, it's not a matter of like if you're gonna get hurt, it's like a matter of just like when you're gonna get hurt. Similar to riding with a motorcycle, and you ride long enough, you might get an injury. And I'm speaking from experience on that. Fortunately, it wasn't that bad of an accident, but I rode it long enough and eventually hurt myself on a motorcycle. And yeah, I've already had plenty of injuries doing the jiu-jitsu as well. Dabbling a little bit in the boxing, the kickboxing, the Muay Thai. But yeah, it's just like, it's just a part of it as well. Just this path of a warrior, a masculine warrior. It's like, sometimes you get hurt in the learning process, and that's just what it is. And you got to know that going into it, that, I mean, maybe you need medical insurance or whatever. But yeah, just know that it's like there is risk involved in this, but risk and reward. The reward is that it makes us a stronger man, a more masculine man. And it's like, is that worth it? Like, do we want to be a boy for our whole life? And like not have any injuries. I mean, and it's great not to have any injuries. I've got several, and I'm already feeling the pain on that, and I'm still 32 years young, but you know what it is. It's just you just gotta roll with it and continue on with life. And they're not that serious of injuries, but I do feel them. What do I have down here? This third one where it's yeah, you're too tired. You should just relax instead. I mean, that was my main excuse, like especially if it was a nighttime class where it's just like, oh, I'm too tired. I'd rather go home and make some dinner and just watch a movie instead. And I would listen to this inner boy voice and just feel awful though. Like it just like it sucked because my soul, deep down my soul, that inner man voice, that warrior spirit inside of my soul, inside of me was like, no, go to class. Like it's gonna be all right if you get hurt, you'll heal. Like it's you're not too tired. Just go. You're gonna be fine. Like because I always felt great after class. Like going in, I may have some resistance, but at the end, I'm like, oh, that was worth it. And lately I've just been hearing that voice so much, this inner boy voice, and listening to it, and usually just going home and doing nothing, and then just like kind of regretting not going to practice, and it sucked. It was not a good feeling, and it was something I couldn't avoid. I couldn't make it go away, and that's what I'm saying. It's like it's something in my soul. Like, this warrior spirit needs to be awakened, and it's not necessarily just gonna be awakened by avoiding the tough stuff, and it's just gonna continue nagging me. And so a couple weeks ago, I just got tired of it. I got tired of this inner voice, and I was like, you know what? Shut up. I'm gonna go. Because I know that every time I do go, I feel great afterwards. And you know what? I've been injured so many times. If I get injured, so be it. I'll be all right. I'll recover. And it's like, I'm not too tired. I get plenty of rest, plenty of nutrition. It's just an excuse. And it's been great. The consistency's been great. And I've been really feeling the shift in my confidence. And I mean, I may not become an expert fighter. That'd be cool. It'd be cool to, to know how to really defend myself. That's the goal, to confidently defend myself. But I would say most importantly right now is I'm just noticing the shift in my confidence and just embracing more of this masculine side of myself. And I've been feeling, even just calmer and more grounded. And as someone put it, someone was like, "You look like you're really in your chi." Like chi, it's like your energy, your prana, your life force. And yeah, I was like, yeah, I do feel that because I've been doing the martial arts and meditating. Yeah. And so yeah, back to society is too soft, too comfortable, and yeah, for us, a lot of men, we don't really have this initiation into manhood anymore, and we don't have to do these tough things. We can avoid them. We can avoid them and choose the soft, comfortable path, but that doesn't really make us tough men. And yeah, that's not something that I want in my life. Everyone's got free will, do what you want as long as it doesn't hurt others and that kind of thing. And yeah, but to me it's almost embarrassing. It's like almost embarrassing it sort of felt like being a coward versus being courageous. And it's like, I don't want to live my life in fear as a coward. And I'd rather be a fearless, courageous, spiritual warrior and physical warrior, for defense purposes. I never would want to actually harm someone. But, if someone comes against you, you have a right to defend yourself. And I don't think there's any bad karma accrued with that. And, toxic masculinity is just a lack of genuine, real masculinity, which is rare nowadays. And I think that's why my soul was craving this, is like, in our society, like, it's pretty soft, pretty comfortable. It's hard to find that real masculinity. That's not like this, like, tough guy, like like, oh, I'm better than you. Like it's not like that. It's not from an egotistical place. It's from a humble place where it's yeah, it just sometimes it helps to think of characters in movies, but I always refer to Lord of the Rings and like Aragon. Aragon is like the perfect example of genuine masculinity, where without even hesitating, he's willing to help others and sacrifice himself and put others before him and defend the defenseless uh, and just completely humble about it all. And so yeah, there's certain characters you can see in film that are just uh, what's the word called? I'm blanking on the word right now, but archetype. There are certain archetypes, and Lord of the Rings does a great job of depicting like the genuine, real masculinity. Um, Maybe even Star Wars too, like with Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi, and yeah, I think that's why I enjoy watching those movies, is because there's a piece of my soul where it's like, yeah, that's what it really means to be a real man. Just because, you know, sometimes in our society it's hard to get those real life examples. And so yeah, y'all, let me know down in the comment section below if you relate to this. This is mainly a video for men. Curious to hear the female perspective and if they if they go through something similar, but that's not really coming to my mind right now. I'm just, yeah, mainly just made this video for other men, and hopefully you found this inspirational. And I mean, the ultimate thing, like I say in a lot of these videos, it's all about relationship with God. And yeah, I think some of us men, like, we're destined to be these righteous warriors that stand up for the truth. We stand up for what's right. We don't want evil to run about. There's something in us where we have to, you know, defend the defenseless, because there is real evil in this world, and it takes real men that are real warriors that know how to live righteously, uh, to keep that evil at bay. And unfortunately, yeah, the society is becoming more satanic and atheistic, and more feminine with the men, and we're getting less of those real righteous masculine warriors that will stand up for God, stand up for the truth. So yeah, may God bless all y'all. Namaste.